have an issue with unpopular opinions when they're coming from white men. Y'all want to talk about, oh, well, his kids are innocent. Not when they are the children of white supremacists. That's not how that works. As far as I'm concerned, him being alive is just an embodiment of us regressing as a society. Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Thank you for clicking this video. I am your host, Miss Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. Hi! If this is your first time clicking this video, welcome. And if you are a returning member, hey, I know it's been a minute, but your girl is back. I think this is the first pre-recorded video that I've done all year, and it's damn near the end of the year, child. Anyways, y'all, we have to talk about the... Oh, can I even use those words? We have to talk about the incident, okay? We got to use the word, we got to use code words and because y'all know we got to speak in codes now. We got to speak in codes in order for us to talk about this white demon. You know, a lot of people keep saying like, well, you know, he was an influencer and, you know, he just had unpopular opinions. No. Let's be very clear, ho, I'm an influencer. I just have unpopular opinions. And y'all literally crash out. And I see, it's so funny. It's the hypocrisy for me. It feels like y'all only have an issue with unpopular opinions when they're coming from white men. Let's call a thing a thing. Charlie K, whatever his name is, Charlie K. I'm going to call him Charlie K. F his mama, F his daddy, F his grandma, F his whole bloodline, okay? And then y'all want to talk about the kids, child. Y'all want to talk about his wife and kids. Girl, them too. I said it. Y'all want to talk about, oh, well, his kids are innocent. Not when they are the children of white supremacists. That's not how that works. I need for y'all to go and like educate yourself on the power structure of white supremacy and then come back and revisit this video and then we can have a conversation. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. And with that being said, if you are not a part of the demographic that is being harmed by Charlie K's rhetoric, you don't get to tell us how to feel about his assassin, about him no longer being here. Okay? Let me say that again for the dumbass people in the back. If you're a white cis man, you don't get to tell black women, people of color, women, children, Gaza, Palestinians, you don't get to tell the people who are being harmed, okay, you don't get to tell the victims and the survivors of this man's harmful rhetoric how to feel about him no longer being here. The fuck? I'm so tired of y'all policing the survivors, y'all policing how the reaction of survivors, okay? I'm sick and tired of it. When it comes to this whole situation with TK or CK, whatever his name is, I just feel like, you know, people are within their rights to feel how they feel. And like, you can't tell the demographic that is being harmed how to feel about him no longer being here. Like I said initially, like, if you are a white man, if you are a white cis man, and like, that's another thing, like, and this is the thing that's really annoying me. Y'all keep on calling this man an influencer. No, he's not an influencer. This man had, no. Let's be very clear. This man had millions and millions of followers. He was a rich white man. There are power dynamics that come with that, okay? And he was taking his money and power and going around and going to college campuses, specifically predominantly white institutions, and he was recruiting white men and conservative men and women to continue to perpetuate white nationalism. What this man was doing, this was more than just an unpopular opinion. And I need y'all to understand this. This man was perpetuating harm. This man, and what happened to this man is literally a result of what he was advocating for. That's how harmful his rhetoric was. He literally was advocating for us to be able to defend his Second Right Amendment, his right to bear arms. His right to bear arms when he felt threatened. And like, not only that, this man also advocated for public assassinations. Like, he said that, you know, under the right circumstances, he would advocate for that. This man advocated for slavery. He laughed at Palestinian children that were being unalived under "is not real." This man, this demon, okay, this man, I don't think you guys understand. So that's why it's so jarring and so disgusting that y'all are literally just calling him an influencer. No, I'm an influencer. This man was literally a modern day replication of the mustache man. A modern day, he was a walking embodiment of the Klan. And that's what he was walking around and recruiting members of. Okay? That's like, he was perpetuating, he literally was regurgitating KKK Klansman rhetoric at these college institutions. Girl, what? And like, let's keep in mind, these men are extremely impressionable. They're frontal lobe, college-aged people, young people between the ages of 18 and 22. They're extremely impressionable. Their frontal lobe isn't even fully developed. Okay, he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. Okay? I don't think you understand. Like, y'all are, and I'm sorry, but it is a good thing that he's no longer here. It is a good thing that he's no longer able to perpetuate that rhetoric. Sorry, not sorry. And if you are not, like I said, if you're not a part of the demographic that's being harmed, then you can't tell people how the fuck to feel about it. And that's another thing. There's a difference between, like, offending people. Like, there's a difference between offensive material and harmful material. There's a big difference. My content is offensive. It's offensive. You have a right to be offended. But I'm not, my opinion is not harmful. Nobody is being harmed. You can turn that shit off type shit. I'm not going around and rallying up the troops and rallying up a bunch of people to perpetuate my hatred towards a specific demographic. Like, why are y'all being deliberately obtuse? It's just crazy to me. Like, it's like we're living in the 60s all over again. And see, don't get me wrong. The revolution, it shall be televised. The revolution is definitely coming. But let's be very clear, it ain't coming no time soon. Because you jigaboos and you spineless liberals. Oh, don't get me started on y'all. That white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired devil that came out and was crying and carrying on. Yeah, it's you too, nigga. You spineless ass. Ooh, these liberals. Honestly, all of y'all, like, I want to say I'm disappointed, but I'm not. And, like, every day, you know, as somebody who does have radical politics, especially when it comes to the Black community, you know, it never ceases to amaze me, you know, just how tolerant and how people are able to tolerate racism. Like, y'all are just, and just like, it's just crazy to me. And like, the crazy part is like, these niggas that's over here crying and shit, I'm talking about Black people, okay? These jigaboos, that's wagging their finger, you John Cannons, you Dr. Umars, you Tamagas, and whoever the else that's come forward and told Black people that we ought to be ashamed of ourselves for celebrating the death of a fucking white supremacist. You niggas are so funny to me because it's like, bro, like, you niggas like, I mean, and I think Dr. now Tamara Mallory, John Cannon, you know, I expect that from you, but Dr. Umar, for you to really come down here and wag your finger and tell Black people that we should not be celebrating the death of our oppressors, like, and let's be very clear, majority of us majority of Black people didn't even know who the fuck this man was. So let's be very clear, we weren't, me personally, like I said, when I found out that the Joker got pow, I was like, oh my God, like, oh shit, well, damn, that sucks. But, like, I wasn't, like, throwing a party and shit. But at the same time, for the girls and the guys who were, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Because I'm like I said, you can't tell us how, if you're not a part of the demographic that's being harmed, you cannot, like, no. And then y'all want to talk about his wife and kids. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone. Again, two things can remain true at the same time. And I need y'all to hear me when I say this, okay? Yes, what happened to CK, what happened to that man is devastating. It's disgusting. It's horrific. It's deplorable. It's all of the things. Let's be very clear. Nobody said that it wasn't. But let's be very clear. What happened to that man is what he advocated to happen. But the issue is, it's only a problem when it happens to a white man. Y'all don't have an issue. This man, CK, and his white ass, boulder face ass wife, y'all sat up and laughed and he and kikied when George Floyd was publicly unalived. Right? It's all fun and games when it happens to a black man. When it happens to a person of color, it's all he ha 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 ha. But when it's to a white man, now all of a sudden y'all are able to see y'all want to humanize a mother. Like, girl, be so for real. Like, what? And then and let's talk about the wife. Y'all want to talk about his kids. Again, like I said, first of all, I refuse to believe that somebody that was perpetuating such hateful and harmful rhetoric, someone that was dedicated to promoting hate speech towards marginalized groups, I refuse to believe that person is capable of being a good parent. Like, that's just not how that works. I need y'all to try to stop trying to separate the artist from, like, no, we're not doing that. I think it's fair to assume that if you're a shitty person with shitty politics, that those shitty politics are going to bleed into your family dynamic. Huh? Especially when this is the same White Walker that said that, God forbid, if his child was raped and impregnated against her will, that he would force her to have the baby. That, again, that is harmful rhetoric. And him and Jubilee are using his platform to promote that Handmaid's Tale ass way of thinking and way of living. Huh? Like, what? Like, yeah, you goddamn right it's a good thing he's not here no more. You goddamn right it's a fucking celebration. Am I celebrating it? No, that's just not the way my womanhood and my spirituality is set up. But let's be very clear. I'm not about to sit here and mince words and pretend like this is a sad day. This is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Okay, this is a beautiful day for black women. This is a beautiful day for black trans people, trans women, trans people, children, Palestinians, disabled folks, any marginalized group. This is a beautiful day indeed. CK and that woman were conditioning his kids to be white supremacists. They were as far as I'm concerned, him being alive is just an embodiment of us regressing as a society. I'm sorry he had to go. Like, it's like, this is a good thing, and you're not about to make me feel bad about it. As a black woman, like, another one bites the dust. It's sad. Again, two things can remain true at the same time. It's horrible. It's disgusting. But this is what he wanted. If you think about it, it's actually patriotic. I mean, he you know, I'm sorry, but this is what he wanted. He left this earth advocating for what he wanted, which was violence, and his Second Amendment rights. He stood on it and he literally died on the hill. Like, girl. But it's just a problem because a white man died. He said so himself. Listen, if a couple lives are lost in the pursuit of me defending my Second Amendment right, well, that's a loss that I'm willing to take. And keep in mind, he said that in regards to a school pow-powing, okay, with little kids involved. If Adolf Hitler, if the mustache man had kids, would I feel bad for the kids if the mustache man was unalive? No. Because the mustache man is a horrible person. Like, horrible people have kids. And that's why not everybody should have kids. How about that? That's another conversation for another day. Y'all not ready to have that conversation. CK and anybody who disagrees.